How's it going, everybody? Jake Royall coming at you again from Santa Barbara, California. People might be closing trades or who knows, but we'll wait about 5 more minutes and we'll check back in. In the meantime, I want everybody to memorize 1 through 7. There will be a pop quiz when I come back. Check out that 1-minute NQ chart with these amazing rock formations. Is this curve fitting? See how like this lines up here and like that lines up there, and oh, look at this, what triple top, quadruple top. Look, here's quadruple tops here. Oh, look at this spire. It's funny what the human mind can do to find patterns, whether or not it's an actual pattern or not. Repeatable, that is the question. Is there an edge of matching up your trading chart with photographs of nature? Could be argued if you had the right risk reward model going on and you could hold the trades, you might be all right. You might be all right. But as for me, I'm going to use Tachyon Time Warp, which is what this webinar is about, dedicated to the Tachyon Time Warp. Tim, good to see you. What a great trading day, says Tim. What made it so great, Tim? Did you follow all your rules and also win money, or did you just win money? Like I have this thing where it's a complex that I'm slowly trying to get rid of. I call it winning wrong. So if I have a nice winning day, but I didn't follow my rules, I call that winning wrong. And then I'm not actually that happy about it because I don't know if I'm going to be able to repeat it the next day. I would honestly rather lose money and follow my rules than completely mess around with my rules and make money. I sleep better at night. There's a human cost. Yeah. So what was so good about it, Tim? Come on, don't leave me hanging. Don't leave me hanging, man. Welcome, everybody. My name's Jake Royall, and we're going to be talking about trading. And we're going to be talking about trading time signals. Is anybody in the chat? Let me see who we got here. I recognize a lot of you folks. Welcome. Again, a couple I don't, though. Does anybody not have the Tachyon Time Warp software? And if you don't mind posting it in the questions or in the chat, is it the same thing? Is the chat and the questions the same thing? I guess not. It's not. But if you don't have the software, would you mind letting me know like how you found out about Back to the Future? I'm not a sales guy. I'm a trader, and I've been a customer of Back to the Future trading for, let's see, it was 2 Septembers ago. So September, it's October, it's almost November. So two years and 2 months is when I purchased the Tachyon Time Warp software. And yes, it does cost money. It costs money because it's legitimately amazing. It is software, trading software that has completely changed. Honestly, it has not just changed my trading. When you change my trading, then it changes my life. So, I mean, I could say that this software changed my life. I can actually trade quantitatively now. Not to say I won't throw a little discretion in there every once in a while, but I have patience that I didn't have before because I know that there's only so many trades per day. I know when they're coming up. How did that get fast forwarded? So like here, for instance, you can probably barely see them at this moment, but I'm not done with my screenshot yet. But we have a 422 signal. Then we have a 440 signal. This is all East Coast time. Then we have a 457, a 521. If I was going to continue trading, which I'm not, but if I was going to continue trading, speaking of trading, I have a trade that's like really kicking butt right now. That's sweet to see. I gotta set an alarm so I make her Sure, shut that thing off. Hold on a second. This is actually really important. You're gonna have to bear with me, folks. Now my phone's not plugged in. Come on. Oh. Can somebody remind me at 4:40 that I need to close this trade? It's kind of cool how even these few blocks are. But if you don't have the software, all those of us who do, which are most of us on this meeting, we know that there's a trading opportunity between, how many times am I going to do that? Every meeting. This time and this time, and that time and that time and that time and that time. There's different setups within the windows. All right, should we get rid of my beautiful screensaver now? Okay, fine. Oh, nice, Tim. That's exactly the freaking answer that I was hoping you were going to say. That's awesome. Tim says, what a great trading day. And then Tim says, just following my system day in and day out. That's what I'm talking about. Nice job, dude. I really feel that the job that we have chosen here as professional traders or hobbyist, please don't make it a hobby. You can say you're an amateur, like you do it part-time, but don't say hobby. I had some guy that was like, "Oh, trading's just a hobby for me." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, I don't call paragliding. I'm into paragliding. I haven't flown for a little while, but I don't think I ever called it a hobby because I don't think hobbies should be life and death, bank accounts blown, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, paragliding, skiing, stuff like that I do, those are sports. Those are extreme sports, not a hobby. Trading to me is an extreme sport, not a hobby. Lindsay on an email list. Awesome, thank you. Oh, looks like Dave is this. I'm not the sales guy. Dave is the sales guy. And then Dave can be reached at when he puts his, I can't remember his number, but he'll put it in the chat. And he is just letting everybody know that there's a big deal going on till the end of the month Halloween special, not on the website. I have software, but not used. Jim says I have the software, but not used it yet. Have you messed around with it? That's like opening a Christmas present for me. When I first got it, I was like, oh yeah, look at all those settings. Oh, I can change the colors of the candles and I can adjust the secondary data series. Oh my goodness. And I was all excited. I'm still excited about Warp. Otherwise, why would I be doing this webinar? It's a genius program. It really is. Chris does not have the software. Thank you for letting me know. So Chris and Lindsay, awesome. Welcome. I imagine that at some point you'll be purchasing the software, and we'll be able to officially call you part of our crew. Right now, you're part of our webinar crew, and we welcome you. I need a PowerPoint. Oh yeah, there it is. We're going to be talking about a little bit of Mark Douglas today. We're going to be talking about the 5 fundamental truths, 7 principles of consistency. Let me start at the beginning. So Tachyon Time Warp is the software. It's $2,500. Just going to mention that right off the bat. But with the discount code is $500 off. So it ends up being under $2,000. Which in the course of trading, $2,000 really isn't that much money. I'm up 3,500 right now in one of my funded accounts, just on this one trade. Oh no, well 700 plus answers, 2,800 in one trade. So, and the amount of research and dedication and updates and all the stuff that went into creating this one-of-a-kind institutional grade piece of software here, it is reasonable, in my opinion, in my estimation, to charge with the discount code a little under $2,000. I mean, more than reasonable. We're going to be going over. We're going to go over some 1 minute NASDAQ charts. I have been trading so well with within staying with my rules that I think I might allow myself to trade the 1 minute, maybe even tomorrow, because I do love the 1 minute chart. Almost like it's maybe I have a little smoking the rock problem, we'll say, and the smoke in the rock isn't the rock, it's the 1 minute, and then I get a little taste of the 1 minute, and then all I want to do is just 1 minute, and then it might get a little out of hand, and not sure if anybody else has that problem. I know I'm not alone. Does anybody else start trading the 1 minute, go from like the 3 or 5 or something like that, or 10 or 15, whatever you're trading, then you go down to 1 minute, you're like, is this all I want to do? That's fine. And then you find yourself over trading or doubling down because the next signal's only 7 minutes away. I can probably enter a little early, and that's what happens to me a lot of times with the 1 minute. Doesn't happen to me on the 5 minute. Very rarely ever will it happen to me on the 3 minute, but the 1 minute, yeah, it'll happen. There's me up in Tahoe. There's my dog, just so you can see who is yapping at you from behind the microphone. That's my dog, Lexi. Everybody loves Lexi. How could you not like that dog? Look at that dog. Look at that muppet. Look at that muppet. So yeah, we're talking about tools. Tools of our trade today. What? No audio? No. That's because you miss or mister? Oh, I don't think I recognize your name. Welcome, by the way. I'm not going to even try to pronounce your name, but it starts with the A and N. Anadure? Oh, maybe I got that right. Audio is good. Okay, yeah, you might want to mess around with it's probably your computer. Well, it definitely is because everybody else can hear me. So let me know if that comes back for you. Yeah, hi, Jim. Jim, when did you buy the software? I feel like haven't you had it for a while? Or am I thinking about a different Jim? Robin, thank you for letting me know that the webinar sound is good. So I'm working on 4.5, maybe 4 hours and 45 minutes worth of sleep. I think it's more like 4 hours worth of sleep. And I just traded all day in the 5 minute NASDAQ. And now I'm doing this webinar. So I might be a little loopy because Jacob Royall functions not perfect. Well, I don't function bad on 4.5 hours of sleep, but I can get a little crazy. Speaking of crazy, I'm cracking beverages. Cheers. Trading day's over. Tim had a great trading day, following his rules. I followed the heck out of my rules today. So good job us. Good job us, dang it. It's one of the hardest things. I mean, it's taken me 5 freaking years to get to the level where I can take every, it's almost pathetic to admit. It's taken me 5 years almost to get to the level of trader where I can sit through a whole trading session from open to close and follow my rules exactly. Not just like the session of just the morning, the whole day. And then also to take gnarly losses without moving my stop loss, to watch the price get up to my target by a handful of ticks and not move my target, and then watch it come all the way back against me. Not to say that's good that the price does that, but all I've really been concentrating on lately is sticking with my dang rules, and then like allowing myself to feel that all that a host of emotions that one word that I feel when a trade almost hits my target and then comes all the way back and then stops me out. I actually want to feel that. It's like sitting in an ice bath with real money. This is like the month where I can feel my cognitive faculties starting to solidify with my rules, and I'm pretty happy about that. Purchase the end of September. Oh, okay. You better load it up, Jim. What are you waiting for? Come on. Oh, there's the other Jim. You guys are both there. Okay, all right. You're literally right next to each other. Jim W, Jim L. So what we're doing here, Chris and Lindsay, who don't have the software, unless there's other people that don't have the software that are here who aren't telling me yet. Chris and Lindsay, we're talking about legitimate professional tools here. We're talking about this beautiful blue roofing or framing hammer. We're not talking about this. I talk smack on this poor little hammer every time I do the webinar. We're not talking about this little dinky hammer here. It's actually probably worse than these hammers because most people use lagging indicators. I remember when I used to use lagging indicators. Not no more. Not anymore. So, I mean, for a professional grade hammer, you're going to pay some money. But there is, man, yeah, Lindsay and Chris, definitely reach out to David. David, what's your number? Can you post it in the chat? Just so, because this is also going to be recorded on YouTube, or posted to YouTube, I should say. I'm going to read out your, I'll read your phone number aloud. What would you bring money into? What would you bring money into an ice bath? Oh, sitting in the ice bath. Every time I sit in the ice bath, it's a industrial grade. Oh, here, I'll show you. I'm telling you, people, I'm loopy today, so watch out. We're going all over the place. We're hanging out. I mean, what else are we doing? We're going to talk about trading. We're going to go through some. I have a slight update to my system. I'll show you what I'm going to do tomorrow on the 1 minute. Let's see. Freeze ice bath images. Yeah, here we go. This is not me, but that's what I'm talking about. I have a giant freezer that's like this that I've caulked and siliconed and used some rubber paint to seal the inside, and then I do sauna, and then I sit in this ice bath. There's Wim Hof, he's the master, the world record holder. This is actually more like what my ice bath looks like. I like to have the ice, so it feels like you're somebody. I like to envision myself sometimes as somebody just threw me off the edge of the Titanic and said, okay, go for it. So to me, I'm getting better and better and better at it. I hope everybody is as well as they progress in their trading journey. But before my psychology started to improve, it was as hard or harder for me to stay in a trade that I knew I needed to stay in, or take a loss that I knew it just needed to let be a loss, than it was to stay in that ice bath. Mentally, yeah, mentally, it's the same. It feels the same. Stay in that trade until your rules say get out of the trade. That's what I'm talking about lately. Okay, so moving on. Yeah, exactly. Damn, son, that trade is still going too. 3,700. That's, dude, 3,700 with only 6 micros. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Ta-da-da, ta-da-da, ta-da-da. Oh my God. It's a mirage. I'm trying to tell y'all it's sabotage. Any Beastie Boys fans out there in the hood? I have to do something with this. Oh no. Maybe I should just close this thing. It's 4:30. I think I'm going to close it. Oh, there's a flicker of a white candle. What? Okay, there it goes. Okay, sweet. All right, now I don't have to think about that anymore. Oh my God. Oh, that was such a perfect exit. Look at that candle. I exited right before this. I had no idea that was coming. That is hilarious. Oh my God. See, that's what happens when the 716 and going. 716 1 minute candle. All right, I'll take this picture off here. Holy criminy. Look at that. I just had this feeling. Maybe it's like the corner of my eye. Because I wasn't looking at this screen. I was looking at one of my other monitors, and then I wasn't even looking at the chart, and I was like, something doesn't feel right. I don't know. Close the trade. Watch, it's going to keep going down, but still, I'm glad to get out. I mean, I only have 10 more minutes before they kick me off anyway. So, but could you pay for? Yeah, Tim says I could have paid for the system just trading the last hour on the ES. I mean, and people who know the folks who don't have the software, yeah, you can go other places to buy trading software, but can you go other places? And this is one of the reasons that I bought it. Actually, I bought it and I didn't even know about this. There's real human beings that you can talk to at this company. You can talk to me, you can talk to Dave, you can talk to Rachel who manages the company, you can talk to Michael and Ron, the engineers, the masterminds, and that's what, guess what? That's the end of the chain. There's no like extra secretaries and liaisons and cubicles and crap here. We all work from the comfort of our own home offices. Michael and Ron have had this company for, I say fur because I'm from the East Coast or something, for 10 years. They just had their 10-year anniversary. It might be 12. Is it 12 or 13? They've had their company as long as I've had my contracting business. And I think that's like 12 or 13. Anyway, they just celebrated some kind of anniversary. So you can get software from other companies, but are you going to get software that like I was always curious. People join this webinar and if why they're on. You know, what's making you stay on the fence? Like why haven't you purchased? Is it the price? Is it you're not sure about how much support there will be for installation? Well, installation, I mean, Rachel will literally install it for you, take your mouse, walk you through the settings. Rachel doesn't trade, but she knows the damn software and she knows computers and she will figure out for you how to get the software on your computer. Zero stress. She'll probably even might be throwing her under the bus here, but she'll probably even help you set NinjaTrader platform up, which you need for this software on your trading computer for you. She'd probably even walk through that, or maybe Dave knows how to do that, or somebody will help you get that. There's nothing that Back to the Future people. I'm not technically an employee. I'm the customer. Well, I guess you could consider me an employee when I'm doing my in-house mentor role, but it's like a subcontracting thing. It's not like they're paying me on salary, and I don't really make that much money doing it. I do it more because I just love doing these webinars and I love talking to fellow traders, and if I can help, great. And a lot of times while I'm trying to help somebody, they'll be helping me with something. It's fantastic. Oh man, I did exit at the right time. I wasn't on this chart, but look, now it's going. I saw that little flicker of white on the 15. I was on a 15-minute chart. Saw that little flicker of white, and now it's reversing. Interesting. In this one here, let's see what a 3-minute would have looked like. Have you folks noticed at the end of the trading day as of late, between all East Coast time, between 3:45 and 4:30, it seems like there's, oh no, not even. Yeah, it's been at 4 o'clock actually. There's been these giant candles at 4 o'clock. There was another one. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this is impossible to have faked. Look at this pattern 1 for people who don't have the software. Pattern 1 means up. Right there, almost like these institutions, criminals, had planned or done this stop, run, order clear out, whatever you want to call it, in the past, somewhere far, far, far away, where the software of 12,000 lines of code helps us figure out where that might happen again. You think I'm going to look through all this? Heck no, I ain't looking through all that. That's why I paid $2,000 for the software to do it for me. Look at that. Oh no. It looks kind of like brainwaves. I've never done that before with the 1 minute. That's cool. Whoa. Am I dreaming? Is 4 hours of sleep enough to do these webinars? That is pretty freaking cool though, right, Chris? Lindsay left. Lindsay, you were just here. No. Do you think I scared her away? Maybe she'll come back. Chris is still here though. Chris is still here. Look at that, 433 signal. And then this pattern 4, so I'm doing patterns today. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of not using patterns. All right, we can all handle it. So this pattern 4 here, yeah, heck yeah, that's a pattern 4. Here's the low. Here's the lowest low of the 3 lows. Then we puncture the low here. See how I'm sprinkling in the charts for you there, baby birds? What was that? Talladega Nights, where Will Ferrell was calling, he was calling somebody baby birds. That's stuck in my head forever. Come at you like a spider monkey. Don't make me. So we're punctured here. So you could enter a short one of 2 ways on a pattern 4. You could wait for, first of all, if you're going to enter a short, wait for that 3rd candle in the sequence, right? So we have this candle, and this candle that all count as part of the pattern 4 sequence, right? So pattern 4 is this dot. It would start out as a pattern 2. Its home base blue dot number is 2, but when you make a brand new low at the signal dot, that's 2 is going to turn to a 4, and that actually means up. But our HMA is blue, so we're not going long. This was actually a new low, so it's either the candle of the signal, the candle before, or the candle after. If any one of these 3 candles, 1, 2, or 3, make a new low, that pattern 2 is now a pattern 4. Pattern 4 means up, but it didn't go up. So we can do a puncture of a pattern 4 stop and allow ourselves to short. So here's our ghost dot. And the ghost dot is simply the average true range of the last 7 bars as a stop line. So if we did have a white HMA here and we wanted to go long, we would have went long, and then we would have placed our target and our stop like this. If this would have been a pattern 2 and we were going to short this thing, then our stop would have went here, but obviously it's not. So there's 2 different ways that we can take a pattern for short. One is a puncture of the lowest low of the set of the 3 candles. So this one, or this one. Which one has the lowest low? Not this one. This one does. So we'll draw a horizontal line at the bottom of that one. And we'll see very quickly that this candle is our lowest low puncture candle. So if we wanted to, since this one actually does close below, let's see how accurate I got that. Oh, maybe it doesn't. It closes right on it. If it closes on it, then we're going to take we'll just say it's below. So we could enter a short that way. And you could have a target 1 here, and you could have a target 2 there. When I first got warp, it's like the signals they're just white means up, blue means down. There's no thing. I don't understand these 2 and 4. It's, no, that's just a way for them to sell more products and say that they're always right or something. But I brought the software anyway. And a little while later, I realized that it wasn't just a bunch of BS. The pattern 4 and 5s are an amazing brainchild. I don't know who came up with it, if it was Michael or Ron first. I'd like to know that. Does anybody know who invented the pattern 4-5 thing? If it was Michael or Ron, I don't know. For some reason, I really want to know. So we could enter a short here with 3 positions. We could enter 1 and take a target 1, then we can move our stops to break even, then we could hit our target 2 here, and then we could have our runner, and we could exit our runner at the close of this candle because that's the white dot, or the pattern 1 is, and pattern 1 means up. Pattern 1 means up. Pattern 4 means up. Pattern 5 means down. It's for anybody who doesn't know, this probably sounds ridiculous and complicated and like you'll never get it. You'll get it. You'll totally get it. If you can understand how to log on to this webinar, you'll eventually understand what patterns are and why they are the way they are. So that's one way to enter the pattern 4 short. And then there is the other way, which is simply a puncture of the stop line. So the stop line goes to this ghost dot. You just hand draw it in. And then we wait for a puncture and a close below of that ghost dot stop line. And and then we would take our stop and we would drag it to the wick there, and we'd hit target 1 pretty much, and target 2, and we would hold that runner to the close of that candle, which is basically the same thing. Does that make sense? Figured I'd just throw that little snippet out before I yap more about the software and how it kind of does things. Anybody have any questions on that? Michael. Michael came up. What about patterns 6 and 7 or 8 and 9, which we're not going to get into today? Wonder who came up with those. Excuse me. All right, where was I? I feel like I was off on a tangent. It's like all one giant tangent today, apparently. Oh, I was amazed by, I don't know why I'm amazed, because it does happen so often. Pattern 1, oh, we're going up. Stop puncture. Could either say here, or we could say here. So basically, like, for blue dots, typically they start with a foundation. Blue dot means down, like down to the depths of the ocean. Blue, think blue ocean down. And then white, think white up clouds. White clouds, blue ocean. But when you have that lower low, I'm going to try to drill this into some people's heads today. When you have that brand new, when you have that brand new low, that 2's already gone down so far that it might not keep going down. Oftentimes, these 4s will be violent reversals. If it's not a violent reversal, because our HMA is blue, we're not allowed to long that anyway. If it's not a violent reversal, then you wait for either a candle to close below or puncture that lowest low of the 3 candles that count. This candle doesn't count. This candle doesn't count. Only the one to the left, only the one to the right of the signal candle. If any of these, I'm just going to keep drilling this in for just a second, because I know lots of people have trouble with patterns, myself included, for a while. If that wick came all the way down here like this, then that would be a brand new low. If this wick came down to, say, here, then that would be a brand new low. And then say this wick came all the way down, to here. Or you could have something like this, where it's not a pattern 4 until this last candle prints. Luckily, those are more rare, but it does happen. So some people wait for that candle after the signal candle to do any kind of entry. Good, sweet, no questions. Awesome, everybody understands patterns. Hallelujah. Lindsay, you're still not back. Who else is here? Yeah, good to see everybody. Michael's here. Thomas, good to see you. Okay, mom. I just got so excited about that. Let's see what it looked like on a 5. Oh, see, here we go. This is a pattern 5. Okay, since we just did a 4, let's do a 5. This is perfect on the 5-minute chart too. Okay, so we're just gonna do a pattern lesson on 4, and then we're gonna do a pattern lesson on 5. So initially, this right here was a white dot, right? This 340 signal, this is what we're talking about right here. White dot. White dot typically means up, clouds. But it didn't go up. Why? Well, it could be all sorts of reasons. All I care about is the most recent high. We can probably all agree that this is the most recent high. right? We are downtrending, so we're making lower highs. Here's a lower, I mean, you could kind of maybe say that this is a lower high, maybe, like a really lame one, maybe. You could probably say that this is a lower high, maybe, kinda, right? And then maybe it goes to here, and then, but when I look at this seems like a brand new high. It's higher than here. It's not higher than here, but it's higher than the most recent high, which is here, right? Pattern 5 is just the opposite of a pattern 4. So because we put in a new high here on this candle, I'm sorry if this is boring or repetitive to anybody who already knows all this, but I think we can all stand extra lessons in patterns. There's a new high. This one's a new high. Well, this one is not technically, well, it's of the three. This one is higher than this. Okay, I gotta keep this over here. This is what we're calling the new high. So technically all three of these candles seem to qualify. This one, and this one are all higher than this high. You could say, oh, but what about this one, Jake? Well, this is still higher than that. That's still higher than that. And then if you wanted to, you could come in and you could throw in a swing indicator. This is free on NinjaTrader. And you'll see Ron do this in the trading room. By the way, if you buy the software, you can get a nice discount on joining Ron's, or it's Colin's actually lately, Colin's Pro Warp Trading Room, Illumina PQRS. Swing. Let's see what a 5 does. Yes, see how that printed the dots up here to say that this is a brand new high. So you can use a swing indicator to make it quantitative. Or you could put a 4 swing on and you might even get this one called out and this one being a new high. Okay. Okay, sweet. Jim's still learning. Good. Me too, every day. Okay, so we're gonna finish up this pattern lesson here in a second. White dots usually mean up. This one, we have multiple brand new highs. So what that does is it inverts our white dot and actually kind of turns it to a blue dot in a sense. So pattern 5 means down. And here's how I like to relate the pattern numbers. I like to think of them as fraternal twins, not identical twins, fraternal twins. So a 1 and a 5 are fraternal twins. They're odd numbers, so they're from odd parents, but they're fraternal twins. 1 is up and 5 is down. They're both odd numbers, 1 and 5. And then the other set of fraternal twins are from even parents, 2 and 4. 2 and 4 are even numbers. 2 means down, 4 means up. 1's the boy, 1's the girl. They're fraternal twins. 2 different sets of parents. I hope that helps. I came up with that one day and I was like, that really helped me. So here, we would have taken this 5. If we weren't using an HMA, we would have taken the 5 from here. And this is how I would have traded it. And then I would have dragged my stop to where that ghost dot is. That's that same ghost dot that prints automatically. Now, dot is based on the average true range, the last 7 bars. And then we would have target 1 here, target 2 here, and then a runner down to the depths of oblivions somewhere. It'd still be going. Signal's not even over yet. Geez, where is our other signal? Probably have to reload data. Or maybe it got cut off because of the end of the day. Anyway, I don't want to get distracted. So if we were using HMA or EMA or any kind of moving average, well, we wouldn't have gotten in there. We would have gotten in, you could get in here on the candle flicker. I've been doing this lately. So here, this would have actually closed white, this candle, but as this candle is forming, you would have gotten some blue flickers. Blue flicker, blue flicker, blue flicker. So you could enter on that candle. Oops. You can enter at the close, drag your stop to the wick, have your target 1, 2, or you could go, oh, here, I'm gonna let you guys in on this thing that I've been doing lately. So this pattern 5, we're looking for a short here. This is the candle that closes this is a 35 HMA, by the way, that I use on the 5-minute. Standard settings on Warp though, 714, look back, swing strength 8. I don't want to short when the HMA switches colors inside the trading window. So our window is all the way till, I don't know, it's like all the way till, who knows? Sounds like I got to reload some historical data. Let's do that now. Oh, no, I guess I'm not going to because I have a strategy rolling on something else. Okay, sorry for moving the chart around a lot. So this candle here, that HMA closes white there. You have to do this just to make sure. This candle, I'd love to short here because the HMA is blue, but how am I going to place my stop's going to be like this? My stop goes to the wick. Like that's not not on a 5-minute chart. Stopped out. So what I've been doing is if it's, well, I don't usually even do it on an up bar, but if I was going to enter on an up bar, my stop's going to go to the candle that changed the color of the HMA. That's this candle here. So I would just drag my stop up to there. And then you get your target 1 and 2. So there's your little pattern lesson. All right. Go down. So yeah, Back to the Future, as far as I know, is the only company online that gives the times and directions of the trades in advance, gives you the trading rules in advance, lets the times instead of pass. 2 days later, we add up the results for pass or fail. So that's what we're going to do here in a second. So this is also for anybody who's not a customer who might watch this later on YouTube. So what Back to the Future does is, hold on a second, what time is it? It's about it's 2 o'clock, 53 minutes. Okay, I've only been doing for 40 minutes. And we've shown charts. So I feel good about the time progression so far. Nice. Okay. So, all right, I'm gonna, give me a second, everybody. I need to mix some protein powder here. 1 sec. Talk amongst yourselves. Yeah, 35 HMA. It depends. It depends, Rich, on how you're trading the 120 EMA. I don't do punctures. I don't like puncture trades myself. They can work. Actually, puncture trades work really well on the 120. But on an HMA, the HMA is so fast for its time period that you can actually get a lot of whip whap from doing punctures. I just use the color of the HMA. So there's no punctures per se. I don't know, you'd have to do your own back testing. It seems to me like the 35 works better on, I've seen the 35 work really well on a lot of things, time frames. Bear with me here while I do this without spilling anything. Oh, it's being successful so far. No harm, no foul. Yeah, I just wanted something a little smoother than the 21. So when we're gonna back test the 1 minute NQ in a little bit, and we're gonna try the 35 HMA. I haven't back tested the 1 minute. I didn't trade it today. I actually have no idea. Well, I skimmed it, but I didn't mark it out. I was like, oh, this looks pretty cool. Let's do that. And this friend of mine keeps telling me about how he's watching the 1 minute and it's been great lately. And he's tempting me to go to the dark side again. So I might do that. And why not spend my time with you folks back testing that 1 minute for a day, or I could go do it all by myself. Nobody else would get any benefit from the experience, but we can do it here on the webinar all together. Okay, I'm gonna drink my protein powder, so I'm gonna be out for a second. Okay, that's much better. It's alive. It's alive. Okay, so my big thesis is that although the world looks messy and chaotic, if you translate it into the world of shapes, numbers and shapes, patterns emerge and you start to understand why things are the way they are. I need to back up. So for anybody who's watching this later on YouTube or who doesn't have the software now, what Back to the Future does every Monday night, I believe, is Michael and Ron get into an ice bath and just kidding. They send out trading signals for free. I don't know why they do this, honestly. No, I do, just kidding. It helps people trust the software. It really does. So you go to about live weekly webinars. And here you can find, it seems insane. I know it seems like crazy, woo-woo, total BS for anybody who doesn't have the software and hasn't seen how these signals perform and what the edge is, and that the edge actually does produce results. Hypothetically, of course, don't sue me. If you lose everything you have based on trading futures like an idiot. Where am I going here? Time warp projections. Told you this, 4.5 hours sleep. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, 4.5 hours sleep is not optimal. And then you go to Wednesday, October 26th, market forecast. And here we see the S&P 5-minute. There's Michael right there. There's the inventor or co-owner of the company. These are the times in East Coast time where there are down moves and up moves expected. Of course, a white line, depending on how the price action comes into reacts, is the price going to make head down on the way to this white, or is it going to head up on the way to the white? So so these are turns in the market. More often than not, there have been upturns between 6:55 a.m. and 8:05 a.m. More often than not, there have been downturns between 8:05 and 9:05. But even the market makers can't control the markets. They can move the markets, but they can't control them. So they don't exactly know what's going to happen at any given time from their competitors, because there's institutions competing with other institutions. That's the way I look at it. So every Monday, all of these times are ES 3 and 5 minute, crude 3 and 1 minute, gold, FDAX, Dow, NASDAQ 1 minute. This is what we're going to be looking at later. There's all the times. Now we can check those. Well, somebody will check me for me, I'm sure. And then you can go and, well, there's even more actually. Recent. It doesn't want to do it. Oh, there she goes. There's how you register for the webinar that you're on right now. And then there's also, as if Wednesday wasn't good enough, they'll also give you the Thursday signals. Same instruments. Look at them all. I mean, those are some really nice instruments too. Even have some forex pair futures. So that's how you do that. And then if you want to buy the product, Then you go to the product store, obviously, and then Tachyon Time Warp. Internet's going slow. Scroll all the way to the bottom. There's that $2,495 that I was talking about. Oh, look, financing available. Let's see what that does. Can we still have the discount in there, Dave? Yes, say yes. Do I have to put it in first? Maybe we put, I've actually never even seen this. I remember Michael was talking about how they were going to work with a finance company. So you put your name and stuff in and blah, 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 place order. Well, I want to be able to get my discount and finance. How about that? How about them apples, David? David's a sales guy. All right. Gonna have to call Dave about that, but I bet you he will most likely be able to figure it out. If you need financing, call Dave, and he'll help you be able to get the discount code as WARP off, WARPOFF. That gives you $500 right off of that, and then you could add it to finance. Finance that puppy. Buy now, pay later. That's what I would do if I didn't have the software. Absolutely, 100%, no question. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to go look at some of those NASDAQ times. So yeah, this is just regular old chart where I used to be able to help to find the double tops and the bottoms and the trend line breaks, and using lagging indicators like MACDs and stochastic crossovers and golden crosses and golden showers and triple sow cow roundabout flip double spinning back kick shenanigans. But instead, I have this software, Tachyon Time Warps, code, 12,000 lines of code. Go back in the historical data provided by NinjaTrader and the NinjaTrader platform and your data provider, and find swing points that seem to repeat just enough on average to be printed out into the future as white dots or blue dots. And it's not just the dot, don't forget, it's the dot to the dot. It's the window of time. It's the window of time. New Market Wizards, check it out. 36 interviews in that book. Markets are not random. I don't know. I love when people try to argue with me about that. Well, markets are random. Okay. Well, I don't know how nobody makes money trading. Oh, okay. So then why does trading exist? By definition, somebody has to make money and somebody has to lose money. It's trading. Although, 95% of retail traders don't make money. So I want to give myself every possible advantage that I can, because the playing field is not a level one. I mean, look at these violations. Bank of America, good job, Bank of America. 82 billion, I was going to say 1,000. 82 billion, 901 million, 469,908 dollars of penalties paid to the United States government. Why would the United States government want to let Bank of America stay in business? They seem corrupt. Huh. Strange. Moving on. There's a random distribution between wins and losses for any given set of variables that defines an edge. This truth makes trading a probability or a numbers game. When you really believe that trading is simply a probability game, concepts like right and wrong or win and lose no longer have the same significance. As a result, here it is right here. It's my favorite part. Your expectations will be in harmony with the possibilities. And that's definitely where I was at today. No lie, my expectations were straight up in line with the possibilities. I really honestly barely, I mean, of course I care. It'd be nice to have like a super sick winning day. But I wasn't even trying. I cared way more today about having that harmony with the possibilities, that expectation and harmony with the possibilities. Yes, 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 yes. 5 fundamental truths. Okay, we're about to get into some charts. 5 Fundamental Truths of Trading is by Mark Douglas, arguably the godfather of trading psychology. It could be said that Trading in the Zone is the trading psychology Bible. I would also, if anybody's interested, it does cost money and I have no affiliation. I ain't getting no kickbacks from nothing. I would check out. Oh, here, a second. I'll come back to that. Let me just get through the 5 Fundamental Truths by Mark Douglas. Number 1, anything can happen. I mean, for instance, like today I was at a trade and I was talking to my friend and he's like, oh, you know, I could tell there was like, so bro, should you get out of this trade? I don't know. It's, you know, it's come back to them like anything can happen. Well, you know, it looks like you don't need to know what it's gonna happen next to make money. Well, you know, the last one was like, we should have moved the stop to break. There's a random distribution between wins and losses for any given set of variables that define an edge. Well, you know, this like an edge is nothing more than an indication of a higher probability of one thing happening over another. Oh, there's like, I mean, there was a bottom right there. It's got to get through that bottom. Then I don't understand. I mean, you really just every moment in the market is unique. What if we lose money? Well, then we lose money. Did I stick to the rules? And my other favorite slide, the 7 Principles of Consistency by Mark Douglas. Number 1, I objectively identify my edge or edges. Number 2, I predefine the risk of every trade. Or number 3, I am completely accept the risk or I am willing to let go of the trade. That's one that has taken me quite some time to get, number 3. And also number 4, I act on my edges without reservation or hesitation. Number 5, I pay myself as the market makes money available to me. Number 6, I continually monitor my susceptibility for making errors. And number 7, I understand the absolute necessity of these principles of consistent success, and therefore I never violate them. I mean, like if I'm going to change my rules, I'll change my rules after the trading day is done, and then I'll have to backtest the heck out of whatever the change was. But to change one's rules, I'll speak from personal experience, to change my rules in the middle of a trading day without going back and back testing how that change would have affected the previous day's results, the previous month's results, or whatever the current data set that I'm working with, that's a big freaking no-no. Oh, well, now I can just do the, no, you can't. At least wait till the next day and spend 3 hours back testing the heck out of whatever the change was after the trading days. Put yourself in detention. If you do change your rules, I put myself in detention. Like, oh, I guess I got to work another 2 hours back testing. Let's do a couple Gann quotes. Does anybody have any questions so far? Chris? Lindsay? Robin, thank you again for letting me know the audio is good. What? Still don't know what that question actually means, Thomas. It says WHT, which I'm assuming means what? What would you bring money into an, oh, like what, comma? Oh, what? Would you bring money into an ice bath? I mean, I guess you could. Be sweet to like have somebody like give me a shower of $100 bills, like buckets of $100 bills while I'm sitting in an ice bath. That would be kind of cool. I don't know why it would be cool, but I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Time is the most important factor of all, and not until sufficient time has expired does any big move start up or down. W.D. Gann. Time is the most important factor in determining market movements, and by studying the past records of the averages, this is why I say warp goes, my personal opinion is that warp goes back and it looks for like those swings, like the average of multiple swings in a given time period, and then it averages like that, those times together and then prints the dot.
Individual stocks, you'll be able to prove for yourself that history does repeat, and that by knowing the past, you can tell the future. There is a definite relation between time and price. Now, by study of time periods and time cycles, you will learn why tops and bottoms are found at certain times, and why resistance levels are so strong at certain times, and bottoms and tops hold around them. This is the square of 9. I don't want to do any square of 9 stuff. I'd rather spend some money on a quality indicator that could figure something like this out for me. I'm not saying that Warp does a square of 9 thing, but it does print dots that are based on historical information. No, I can't even deal. I can't deal with any more slides. Give me a chart. Okay, 1 minute. I made it through the slideshow, and I gave a lesson on patterns. Good job, Jake. Thanks. Thanks for your help today. Oh, you're welcome. I'm working 4.5 hours of sleep. Traded all day. I think I need some more caffeine. Why not? Oh, no, I don't. Oh, I'm going to pour this into this. Is everybody still here? Oh, yeah, still some people here. Well, that'd be crazy if we were doing this in person to actually have all of you people in front of me. I'd probably get all nervous, like, look at them all. They're all watching what I'm doing. They think I'm weird. I think they think I'm weird. And then I realized that I don't think I'm really any weirder than Michael. Michael's really weird. And that's me. I feel like I'm really weird. That's one of the reasons I like this company so much, is how weird and Ron is also quite weird. Anybody who comes up with builds a company like this and develops software that is so one of a kind like this, you gotta be a little quirky and weird. I mean, look here, I'm doing the company mentor role. Like if I do advanced training on Warp or whatever, but of course they got to pick like me. They reached out to me. Of course they got to find the other weird guy. All right, so let me show everybody the settings. Let's actually make sure that everything is standard. These are the same settings that were sent out on Tuesday evening in the emails. I'm not going to be doing the reverse polarity thing today. It's just regular old, but we are going to be using patterns. Remember your patterns. Calendar days ago, 7/14, swing strength 8, no secondary data series. Oh no, 0.75? No, 1.5. Okay, good. I'm glad I caught that. 1.5 is the standard. I use a 0.75 on the 5 minute because otherwise the stops are just ridiculous. And then that's it. All the rest of the stuff is just colors and whatever. Calculate it. Okay. Dave, did you ever post your number? I never read your number out. Where's the stinking chat? Oh, there it is. Sorry about that. Dave's number, by the way, for Chris, or if Lindsay's back. Well, why did everybody leave? Nobody, no. Dave's number is 727-742-2626. I know why there's a few people that left. They couldn't handle the patterns. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. Just kidding. All East Coast times. Let me know if these times aren't lining up. I'm excited to do this back test with everybody. So we're on MNQ. I mean, I guess we could switch to NQ. It doesn't really matter. Let's do NQ since that's officially what the emails were. Hopefully I don't screw anything up. There we go. Calculate. There we go. Okay, let's go back to the beginning of the day. And like I said, I really don't know how this is gonna end out. What is this stinking line there? I don't know what that is. I'll get that out of there. Get out of here. 9:38. Open is F7, 9:30. And we're gonna wait till 9:40, wait for the first 10 minutes to pass.
like I do. So we're not trading till 9:40 or later. This is a no-no zone. No-no zone. Unless I'm trading a larger time frame. But like a 1 minute, 3 minute, I'm gonna let people do their thing there. So the rules. Oh, let me show everybody one last time. I forgot to show one setting. 35 HMA on the 1 minute. That's it. And these color MAs, this is free. I'm not sure where to get it, but if you have the software, you can probably email Rachel and she'll tell you where to get it. But you don't need it because that's actually built into the Tachyon Time Warp as well, the moving average. Oh, I should note one more setting, the pattern definition. So what the swing is that the 1, the 2, the 4, the 5 are looking for this 4 is not to be confused with pattern 4. This 4 is simply the strength of the up move or the strength of the down move. So 4, and we're not using pattern 6 and 7, so we'll just leave that standard at 5, but this number matters, 4. Okay. And then we're pretty much going to use the regular, what I call the Royal Warp system, except a couple little modifications. We're not going to use open price lines. In fact, let's just get rid of them. No open price lines today. I kind of like having them on there, but I think it might be easier for everybody if we just get rid of them for this one. Open price line, patterns. Open price line. Show? No. Oops. Did I just do it? Yes. Sweet. We still got a bunch of people here. Nice. Okay. So 9:38. Here's 9:40. Maybe I'll just. People are going to be watching this. I'm like trying to figure out ways where I can avoid having to explain all this again. This dot is placed by the software, by Tachyon Time Warp, and it's an average of the last 7 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That distance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops. From that high, right about there. Wait, did it adjust? Let me just make sure that it's still 1.5. Sorry. Offset multiplier, yes. So volatility stop offset multiplier is 1.5, and the period that it's looking for is 7 candles. So the average of the last 7 candles, not this candle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that's why, because it's not including this candle. So the average of all these candles put together is this distance right here, from the close of that candle to the dot. Now, we can only go long if the HMA is the color white. We can only go short if the HMA is the color blue. Pattern 1 means that there's a forecast for the price to go up initially. The parent is the odd parent, and it starts with an up move. Here the price comes down. This is what I'd like to see. Price comes down into a pattern 1. If the price is coming up into a pattern 1, watch out, because you might be looking at a pattern 5 and a reversal. But when the price comes down into a pattern, into a white dot, at first you don't know if this is going to be a 1 or a 5. It's going to either be a 1 or a 5. You just watch the price slowly come down, and then it's going to be a 1. But we can't long here because our HMA is blue.
but we can short. So there's it's an I guess you could call it an alternate setup. So the only way, is it the only way? Yeah, it's pretty much the only way that we can short the market in a pattern 1 window. I'm gonna get rid of this thing here because that might be distracting. We do need the 940. So in the pattern 1 window, initially we can look at this pattern 1 window as a green or a buying window, but we're below the HMA. Not that I care about above below with the HMA. We are blue HMA, and we're looking at green buying window. Did I click it? Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. But since we're below the HMA, I'm like, oh, I wonder if we can maybe short this thing. Where can we short? Where can we short? Well, here's the stop line. This is the dot price line or the stop line. So we can short if we get a candle closing below the stop line. This one almost closes, doesn't quite close, doesn't even quite close on it. Let's get rid of this. This one obviously closes below though, right? So this would be our entry right here. At the close of that candle. And I'm probably everybody knows this, but you never know. I ran into somebody a couple months ago who's like was brand new at trading and didn't even know why a candle was blue and why a candle was white. So was backtrack to the fundamentals for a second. Blue candles are down candles. Some people like to make these red. I don't like to look at a bunch of red and green on my charts because it's not good feng shui. It's like, I don't know, scary. It's scary for too much red for me, and then it's too happy and like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like greedy or something to look at too much green. So blue candles or bearish candles open at the top and close at the bottom. These are 1 minute bars. So 59 seconds will start right here. And then 1 minute later, 3, 2, 1, we close right there. The wicks are just how far the price went up and how far the price went down in that 1 minute span of time. So this candle does indeed close below the stop price line. I call these STP trades or stop punctures. And we would just enter like this. And we drag our stop to the wick. And we'd have 3 positions. This one of, if not the main reason that I always want 3 positions. I tried trading with 2 positions. It doesn't work for me. I need 3. I need a target 1 of a 1-to-1. I need a target 2 of a 2-to-1 risk reward, and I want that runner. I want them all. I need them all. I guess I could do a 2-to-1 and then a runner. I could do that, or 2.5-to-1. Where am I at here? Oh, now I don't even remember what I was doing. Yes, maybe you need some sleep, Jake. So that's just our target 1. Oh, that's what I was doing. Jeez. I want 3 positions because I want to make sure I'm in alignment with these 7 principles. Number 5, I can't be in alignment with number 5 unless I have more than 1 position. I pay myself as the market makes money available to me. Therefore, I have more than 1 position. So our entry is going to be here. And then we're going to have 3 stops up here, 3 positions, 3 separate stops. And then we're going to have a target 1. And we're going to have a target 2, which is a 2-to-1 risk reward. 2, and then we have that runner position. And by runner, I mean we're just going to hold that sucker, that last position, all the way until the close of the next signal, the next candle that has a dot on it. So we have 3 stops here, and here's the last part of the strategy. And I don't need to go over all of this for the other couple. There's like one or I guess technically there's only 2 other setups, but all this stuff is the same for all of them. So we have 3 stops here. Imagine they're all together. Here's our target 1. We're hit there. Well, then this stop is gone. We don't hit our target 2. We still have 2 positions on. As soon as target 1 is hit, move stops to break even. So you're free and clear. And then the other 2 positions don't come down and hit target 2. We have to close them both 3, 2, 1 at 9:54. So there's our first trade of the day, which is insane on a 1-minute chart. That's fantastic. Nowhere in here would I have longed. I don't care about this close above. The slope of the HMA is down. To long here, I would need a white HMA. Okay. All right. And this is the first time I've done a webinar. I've done a bunch of these webinars. This is the first time I've done one with patterns. So we'll see how it goes. And I already went over the pattern puncture, which is basically just a stop puncture like this, except with a pattern with a 4 or 5 instead. It's not that hard. Let's see this one. Oh, okay, yeah. So we're not going to be using the puncture of the lowest low because there's more of them, and it's just honestly going to take longer for me to test. I feel like it kind of is a little safer to just use the stop line as a puncture. So this was our original pattern 2 stop line, because pattern 2s are blue dots and are down, but this is a brand new low. As far as the software says, this is a brand new low. You could say it's this one. It didn't print the arrow on here. Not sure why, but I can see that the price came down, right? This is what I was saying just a minute ago. The price came down into a blue dot. This is the end of our window right here, this line. And the price comes down into a blue dot. Well, watch out, because that's most likely going to be a pattern 4. Well, at least there's a higher probability of it. So, is everybody still paying attention? I'm always amazed when people are still paying attention. Good job, everybody. You guys, just raise your hand if you have any questions, or just put the question in the chat. So the pattern 2 that was initially here, I guess you just put a 2 there, is negated. There's a word I was looking for. This pattern 2 is negated as soon as this low, and it's even counting this low and this low. Software will do that for you. If you're unsure, make sure you just reload NinjaScript, like as this candle closes or the next candle starts, just reload NinjaScript. You can do it very easily by pushing F5 like this. Or you can also go to reload NinjaScript. It's not necessary, but I recommend double checking it. You could even be in the trade and then double check it. So this puts in a new low. It's not a pattern 2 anymore, it's pattern 4. Pattern 4 is the opposite of pattern 2. That means up. So we obviously cannot go long here. That's a very clearly that is a blue HMA. So if we were going to short, we could only short below the ghost dot stop line. So you can imagine it like this is the same as this, except the inversion of it. Trying to make this as easy to understand as I can. So we don't get a short here. Nowhere in here. We're looking for this exact same setup right here. This exact same setup. But we're looking for it here for this under this line, but it never happens, which is fine with me because that was a nice down move already. Okay, so then we come into a pattern 1, so no trade, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes, so 9 minutes later or so, we get a pattern 1. Pattern 1 is indeed, you can see the price did come up into it, but it wasn't a big impulse move. The software calls this a pattern 1, which means the price is forecast to go up. It's kind of like a weather forecast. It's not going to be right all the time. We're talking about weather here. We'll get it right often so you don't kick us off a TV, but we just need a higher probability. Like, what's the percentage that it's going to rain today? 72%, 30%. Pattern 1 means up. We can't long until our HMA turns white and closes white. Here is the close white candle. So we enter and we drag our stop simply to the wick of the color change candle, and we hit target 1 and 2. Whoa, that's a long 1 window. Oh, there it is. Oh, this is that stinking line that I can't seem to. Oh, just go down there. Okay, so this was our HMA flip color. Does that make sense? So this candle, let me make it a little bigger. This candle here closed the HMA blue still, but we can see that the angle is starting to level out. And while this candle is forming, you'll see the HMA flicker white in real time. It'll flicker white and then blue and then white. But this candle closes the HMA white. We'd see that happening in real time. We'd have a whole minute. And our entry is going to be right there. And our target 1 is going to be right here. Target 2. Oops. Is this next line up. And we have our 3 stops down here. And we hit target 1 and 2. Target 1. Target 1, we'll call it over here just so we can move it out of the way. And then we do need to drag, this away, all the way on over here. So there's our whole window. It's right there. That's our wick. And then what's really cool is we have that runner position. We'll run that thing all the way up to the close of the 10:15 candle. Damn, man, my buddy's right. Maybe I do want to trade the 1 minute chart. It's so tempting, right? Look at that. Just those first 2 trades, like that. If you're trading the NQ, this is just for anybody who doesn't have the software. I know this is just 1 day, but still, like 138 plus 138 plus 161, 71, 149, 357 times $5 a tick. Or we're traders. We're talking about money here. There ain't nothing to mess around with, making $5,000 and freaking. Obviously, you can lose $5,000 in the same amount of time, but if you understand these setups and you're patient and you follow the rules over time, Tachyon Time Warp lends itself to an edge. I won't say any more. When did we start? When did we have our first trade? 950 to 1015. Imagine if I would have freaking been in both those trades with 1 mini contract per position. $5,000. Yeah, you're kidding me. That's freaking crazy. That's stinking crazy, I'll tell you. So pattern 2 means down. Means down forecast, means lower prices in the forecast. But our HMA is white, so we're not doing anything. If we get a puncture above this line, we can go long, just like the opposite of this 1 here. We get a puncture below the white line, then we can short. If we get a puncture above the blue line of a 2, then we can go long.
but that does not happen. Here we have a pattern 1 setting up. That is actually, it's set up. And we would very simply wait for this candle to close. Pattern 1 means up forecast. Our HMA is white. Don't care if I'm below it. Don't care. The white HMA is what I want to see. And we're going to enter at the close of this candle. And then we're going to drag our stop to where the stop is. That's it. And this is a good example. We don't hit target. We get close, but we don't hit it. Draw that all the way out. Do not hit target 1, but we close both positions, all 3 positions at the next signal. Yeah. Yeah, man. And this rolls right into a pattern 2. This pattern 2, we start out with, let me just zoom in a little bit. Pattern 2 means down. We watch the price come up into a blue dot. It's not going to be a pattern 4. No possible way. If the price is moving up like that, if the price is moving down, then maybe. So pattern 2, run of the mill, plain Jane, blue dot means down. We are going to enter a short at the close of the signal candle and simply drag the stop to where the stop goes. And remember, for anybody who's watching this on YouTube later, the emails were sent out with these times on Tuesday night. And this is Thursday. So you can look at these times, 10:33, 10:28, 10:15, 10:01. Those times with their corresponding colors were sent out a couple days ago. You can look on the website. You don't even need the email. Nothing's changed. So obviously we've hit target 1 and 2, it looks like. I'll drag that all the way. Is this helping anybody? Is this cool? Do you folks like this? I like this. I like this for the 1 minute because with the open price line method that I've taught in the past, that I still teach, I don't know. I've been wanting larger stops and more breathing room lately. I've just been needing it for some reason. Maybe it's because I don't know. I don't know what it is exactly, to be honest. Maybe I'll figure it out by the time this webinar is over. Target 1, target 2, and we're running that 3rd position, paying ourselves as the market makes money available. Around that 3rd position for 312 tickaroos. That's right, I said tickaroos. And at 10:42, we have a pattern 1. Pattern 1 is a forecast for upward movement, but we have a blue HMA. So we are standing aside for the time being. If this HMA turns color somewhere in this window, we will be going long. And it does not. No trades in this window. If we would have got a close below this little dotted line, then we could have shorted. Here we have a blue dot. Blue dot means down. And I'm gonna start going faster as we progress through these trades because I think everybody's probably picking it up, right? You guys is everybody all picking it up? We still have a bunch of people here, so that's cool. All right, so 10:48. And this is not the system that Michael teaches on the webinars. His system is much more simple than this, but I think this is simple enough for people to pick up in the amount of time that I have for this webinar. Adding the patterns in does complicate things a bit, but if anybody is watching this later, or if you'd like, you can go back and you can watch previous webinars that I've done where I'm using open price lines, but it's all pretty much the same. There's not that much new stuff. I'm just using the dot price as a place to put the stop now.
and I switched the HMA to a 35 instead of a 21 on the 3-minute. This is the 1-minute chart with a 35 HMA because I want smoothness. I don't want whip wappy. I want to trade in the direction of the slope of the HMA. So here, speaking of, we are allowed to enter a short. We drag the stop to where the stop goes, and we might have had our first loss. First loss, yes. So we never hit target 1. We entered here, never hit target 1. We come back up, don't get stopped out at least, and then we actually come back, and not bad. In the general context of the day, that's not too shabby at all. And don't forget, if you're going to backtest this, you do need to make 3 of these. And we'll just put them like that so we can remember that there's 3 of them. Okay, and now we have a pattern 5. This is cool. Okay, so we can see, let me delete these for a second just for ease of viewing for everybody. We can see that the price is, let's pretend we're doing this in real time. Pattern 2, okay, we're in that short. Oh no, it's moving against us. Oh wow. Oh no, the HMA turned white. Oh no, what's going on here? And maybe we'll get stopped out. Wait a minute. Oh, the price is moving up. The price is moving up into a white dot. You mean we're about to head to a buy time? That's weird. Oh, that must mean a pattern 5. That doesn't must mean it. It could mean that a pattern 5 is on the way. And then the next candle closes pretty much just as high as the previous. So there's our upward movement into a white dot, which usually means up, but that upward movement, it puts in a brand new high. Is this the example I used earlier? I can't remember. I think it might be. There's this high, there's this high. Maybe see it easier now. But yeah, there's that high here. This is a higher high than this high. So we call this pattern 1 a pattern 5, and we get ready to short. But then we look at the HMA, and the HMA is white, so can't do it. Do you see how quantitative the strategy is? So there's no gray areas. No gray areas in this strategy. If anybody sees one, please put it in the chat. I would love to know. If anybody has, like, I mean, seriously, I'm not trying to be funny. Like, if you see a hole in this strategy, let me know, because I want to try to quant it out. Pattern 5 means down. There was no opportunity. This candle here was the last candle in our window till this next signal, this blue dot here, and then this one closes down. What's that noise? Was anybody on the webinar? I was like, what's that smell? Oh, don't worry about it, Jake. And then my daughter's grandmother comes up, and it's like, there's a fire, there's a fire. I was like, it's cool. I went, what? There's a fire. And I went into the spare bedroom, and well, actually it was my daughter's room, and the lamp had caught a cardboard box. Somehow somebody had put a cardboard box on the top of a floor lamp that had a halogen bulb in it and had burned a hole through the cardboard. And then the lamp was right next to some drapes. So yeah, that was, it wasn't my stinking lamp either. It was my friend's lamp. Dude. No, we have a pattern 4, but what? So this is a blue dot, which, you know, its parent is a down signal, it's a selling window, but we put in a brand new low. It's lower than this low. I'm taking my time with you folks today. Maybe it's because I'm so tired. It's like, why try to rush it? Lower than this low. Quite clearly, it's lower than, even if you wanted to call this a low, another low, it's lower than that low. It's a brand new low. So because it's a brand new low, that's a pattern 4. And that means that there's actually a forecast for the price to go up. Price does not go up yet. We can't long there because the HMA is blue. So we're waiting for a white HMA that
does not happen. And we don't close below our ghost dot, our pattern 4 stop line. Yep. And now we're on a pattern 1, that just means up. Okay, and we're waiting for the HMA to turn white, to be in confluence with our white signal dot. And it does here. This is the candle that closes the HMA white. So we would enter market here, drag the stop to the wick, and here we have a target 1 stop to break even. Stop out, right? So we entered here, target 1. We entered here, break even. I feel like there's somebody outside doing something. Maybe it's the landscaper. Does that make sense? So as soon as target 1 was hit, we moved our stops to break even. We had 2 remaining stops. We had this one. Just gonna bring these over. And we had this one. That target was hit. Then we move our stops to break even. Ding, ding. Then stopped out. Pattern 4, we're moving down. I'm gonna drill these daggone patterns into everybody's head, including my own. Look at that down movement into what is normally, its baseline, blue dot is down. But we put in new lows all the way down, and it's a lower low. I bet you the software is looking at this little wick right here. This is why it's nice that the software does this for us. Because on a 1-minute chart, you might miss this wick. I mean, how many people are going to call that a low? It might be also this one. Maybe it actually is looking at this one. I think it is. This must be the swing 4. But thankfully, the software does a lot of that work for us. So we cannot short this blue dot. We're actually looking for a long. But we can't long because the HMA is white and we are still nothing. You mean I can't push the button and do anything for 15 minutes? No, you can't. Which is a beautiful thing. On a 1-minute chart now, you are going to have to stare at the chart for 15 minutes here, waiting to see if the HMA will flip white or if we get a close below this ghost dot. But once you're in a trade, you can set your auto break evens up and walk away because you know that you're going to be in that trade till 11:30. You can go close your eyes. You can go make yourself a sandwich. Only Warp offers this. Only Tachyon Time Warp, out of all the software I've ever looked at, only Warp has the signals in advance. It's 11:30, pattern 1, waiting for a white HMA. There it is. This is our candle that flips the HMA right here. Enter, 3 positions, drag stop to wick, target 1. This is the beauty of the stop to break even after target 1. Down. Target 1. Stop at break even. 81 ticks. That's pretty sick. And 2 break evens. I don't think we're not gonna be taking 2 trades per window. If we did, then it could be argued that you could take a short here because of this close below. But I recommend just taking 1 trade per window. Now the price moves down into this blue dot. See what I mean? It's really cool. You can see it a lot on this 1-minute chart today. Moving down, moving down, moving down, moving down into a sell dot. I think that's going to be a pattern 4. It is. So we're looking for a white HMA or a close below this ghost dot right here. Never happens. No trade. You see how this is, for anybody who doesn't have the software, or people who do, see how this is preventing a possibility in these 2 time periods of over trading. Well, it's not preventing it, but it's suggesting that you don't. And let's see, pattern 5. This is kind of an itsy bitsy pattern 5. You can see that the price did indeed move up on the way to this white dot. Software prints a pattern 5, which means down. This is this is arguable, but the software is saying 5, so that's how we're going to test it. Which means we can short this dot. And we would do so by entering at the close of that candle and dragging our target. That's industrious. Dragging our target, our stop line to the ghost dot. And survey says, oh, looks like a break even almost. To the here. Ha. Entry, don't hit target 1. 3 small losses of 9 or 10 ticks. Now we have a blue dot. Blue dot means down. White HMA, can't do anything. Don't get a close above, still can't do anything. Oh, you look at this little stinker. Technically, this is, I guess we'll just take it. Technically, this tiny little candle here. This is one of the special trades that I was talking about. I'm glad we have one. I'm gonna tell you the rule for this. Because this is our HMA flip, right? This candle. Well, if we're to place our stop loss at the open here that's a 7-tick stop loss. That's not reasonable on the NASDAQ. You might as well just give your 7 ticks right back to the market. So if we wanted to take this trade, I would actually drag my stop up to the I call this the flicker candle. This is the candle where you would be watching. Just keep your eye right here on the HMA right here. Sorry. You'd be watching this start to flicker blue, from white to blue. This candle would close. Oh, get off there. And your stop is going to be dragged to the flicker candle high. And now we're going to be looking for target 1 here, target 2. So again, our entry is short here. Our stop is to the wick of the flicker candle, because we can easily make a quantitative rule. If our entry candle is less than 25 ticks on a HMA flip within a window, then we have to use the previous candle, the candle that turned the HMA color, the flicker candle, as our stop loss. And then we get to just over 26, just over 25, so 26. We can maybe even say 15 ticks on the 1 minute, geez. So well, let's see if this trade works out, and it doesn't. That's fine. You'll have that. 3 of those, and we're still trying to short, but we're only allowed 1 per window. Oh, there it goes. You little piece of HMA is blue, pattern 1, white. Okay, so here's another candle within a window, right? That flips our HMA to the color that coincides with the signal. We need an up bar. We can't, so same thing over here. It needs to be a down candle to short. We can't short on an up bar. So we short on a down bar over here. Sorry, we long on an up bar only. So this is our pattern 1 window. This is the candle that flips the HMA, but it's a down candle. So let's wait for a bullish candle. There it is. 43. Okay, so we're within our threshold. We would enter here, drag our stop to the base of that candle. Oh, you little stinker. Stopped out.
Yeah, either way, even if we would have used a flicker candle, we're stopped out on that one. So you'll have that. It was almost seem a little bit too good to be true, that first handful of trades. So we're just going to do this one day and then we'll add up the total because I'm starting to get tired. Okay, so this is our flicker candle. This is a candle that flips the HMA. Let's see, what is that distance? I'm getting into some tiny little stinking candles here. So because that's only a 20 ticker, we are going to drag our stop to the flicker, where the flicker candle is. So that's here. And we only have one candle left before the signal. So we could also have a rule where, like, if there's only one candle left, then don't do it. Actually, that is the rule, is you can't enter on the candle that's right before the signal. I mean, we all know that. I didn't even know that that was there. But I mean, worst comes to worst, we can subtract 75 ticks from our total. But yeah, I ain't entering. I didn't realize that because I was using this method. I didn't realize that that next candle was so close to the signal. Okay, so pattern one, looking for a white HMA. That doesn't happen. So here is our pattern two signal, and because this isn't an HMA flip candle, we can enter a short here because we're already blue on the way into it. And then, oh, this is cool. Okay, so we get stopped out here, and then this is when 2 trades in a window is allowed. We puncture our stop, and our HMA turns white. So this is a stop and reverse, right? Basically, stop and reverse, long. And we would enter that just like this, just like the other stop puncture trades. Almost hits our target, but looks like it does not. That's cool though. We close all positions at the pattern 5 here. 68. Get down the way there. Pattern 5, there's a new high there, so we're not going to long. Does not puncture. Sorry, does not puncture our ghost dot. Not even close. Well, kind of close, not really. And then we have pattern 2, but we can see here we have a white HMA. HMA flips here on this candle. This is our flicker candle. So we would, what kind of bar is that? That's a down bar. So we would enter short here, stop to the flicker candle, and target 1 and 2. Heck yeah. Target 1, target 2 here. Close runner at signal. And we have pattern 1. See how the price came down into the 1, down to the white dot, and nothing to do. HMA is blue. Pattern 4. See how we put a brand new low in, and the price came down into the blue dot, which means we could be looking at a reversal here, but we need a white HMA, and that happens here on this candle, but it's a down candle. So we just need to wait for an up bar. Well, that's cool. I actually haven't seen that. No entry. There was no white bars after the HMA flip. Now we have a pattern 1. We're almost done for the day. Pattern 1, we just need a white HMA, and we don't get it. Another window of nothing. Pattern 4, that means up, put in a new low, looking for a white HMA. Oh, this is cool. This is the first one of these. So here is our hand draw our little ghost dot stop line in. This candle closes below. So this is going to be our short. It's a stop puncture trade, just on a 5 instead. Short. Whoa, whoa. Stop goes to the wick. Did it come and hit us? No. Did it stop us out? No. It looks like a loss on this one. From here to, oh geez, that's break even. Sick. Beautiful thing right there. And we have to exit all 3 positions at 2:21. This is one of the reasons I don't do the 1 minute in the webinars. It takes a long time to backtest in 1 minute, especially if I'm trying to be detailed like this. So pattern 1. And here's our HMA flip. Target 1. Oh, nice long window there. Right there. And all this is a Fibonacci tool that I've modified. Figure I should mention that. Geez, everybody's still here. Nice. So we got the 7 price levels. You can screenshot this if you like. So you see this like this, and then these are all gray. And then this 99, this is so I can get that color. 100.99, add your color. 0.1, add your color. Minus 9999, add your color again, and you will come up with that. 7 price levels. And then extend lines right or left. I don't have any of those, either of those checked. And then you can just save the template. Oh shoot, did I click it? Oh, phew. Pattern 2, looking for a short, does not happen till here. And either way, it's going to be the same stop placement. Huh. Oh, that's a thing of beauty right there. This is why the stops to break even are so awesome. 20 stops to break even. 2 of those. 246. I'm almost there. You can do it, Jake. I'm starting to get really tired. More caffeine. More caffeine. I can do it. Nope. Sorry, Jason. Can't do, buddy. Will not ever show those fib settings again. Moving on. Okay, so we have come up with pattern 1, 246. Just kidding. Yeah, go ahead and screenshot this. So there's 7 price levels, but this is the important part right here. Oops. Screenshot that. And then the colors start on this 1099 is the red, green 0.1, green minus 9999. Cool. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Okay, and 246. Putting on a clinic. It's a clinic on the 1 minute. Looking for a white HMA. Does not happen. Does not puncture here. Oh, that one does. I guess we'll count that as a loss. This little stinker does close below, and the blue and the HMA is blue, so we'll do it. Count that loss. And it stopped. Oh, 13 measly ticks. Why even bother? Only 1 hour left. ECV. Oh, Jake barrel. Come on, you can do it, Jake. Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V. Oh. Da 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 da. Okay, we are on a white dot, and then right after we get stopped out on this thing, our HMA flips color here on this big bad boy candle, relatively speaking. HMA's closed white. We would enter a long here, and we'll see if this, I have no idea what happens. I really don't know. Oh,
Nope. That's a no. That's a no-no. You didn't get that one, Jake. You didn't get that one. Close here. Oh, relatively speaking, that's whatever. I don't care. I'll take that 48 tick loss. I don't care. What's up? I don't care. You take that 48 tick loss, and you know what you can do with it, huh? Oh, I shouldn't have talked smack because look, and now I'm getting stopped out again here. It's actually good to see one of these. This is a pattern 4, which means we could oh, you know what? No, here, it's actually going to be worse than that for us because we have this pattern 4 with a white HMA right here. So oops. Oh no, it won't be, still won't be that bad. We're still in high profits for the day. So we're long in here from here. And then, oh, well, either way. Oh no. Oh, here, I'm actually glad this has happened. This is an idiosyncrasy. It doesn't happen often, but we should know this. So you see how this little arrow printed here on the 3rd candle? Pay attention. Pay attention to this. This candle, and this candle all count in the pattern 4 sequence. This wasn't, as far as warp is concerned, a new low. As far as the swing 4, this was not, but warp printed this white arrow. So what's really cool about, well, it doesn't really matter, but we're coming up with a white dot, right? Or a white HMA on a blue dot. This pattern 4 wouldn't have been a pattern 4. That doesn't show up till it puts in this low. So right now, if we're doing this in real time, this is a pattern 2 and we're shorting, but we have a white HMA. So we can't do anything anyway. Then we come in and we put in a pattern 4 low on the last candle that we could possibly put it in. So it's only these 3 candles, 1, 2, 3. And we're supposed to go long. Well, no can do, homie. We have a blue HMA, so stand aside. Not till here do we have a white candle close and a white HMA. How many ticks is that? So we would need to actually drag the stop to the flicker candle, which is the candle before, which is right where I had it. And we do hit target 1 and target 2 to the flicker candle. I'm not going to go over that again because I just went over it like 10 times. So here, I think we would have been stopped at break even. So we hit the target here, stopped at break even here, right? So we actually hit here, then we come back and get taken out. Break even. Oh my God, I can see the light. Jake, why don't you test the 1 minute on the webinars all the time? You're looking at why. This is why. Pattern 5, that's a down, that's a no. We have a white HMA. Pattern 2, that's a down, that's a no. We have a white HMA. But we do get a, oh, see, that doesn't matter. Then we have a blue HMA on a white dot. Can't do anything. No. Up here. Wait, are we done for the day? No, 1552. So here we have a puncture short. We puncture the white line. We're allowed to actually short this from the close of this candle. Oh, smack. Damn. Oh, 1 minute. I want to trade this thing tomorrow. I really do. Oh, it's Friday, 1 minute fun. Target 1 is hit at the same time as, well, pretty much at the same time as we close the 355 candle. And why would I want to trade any more? It's 4 o'clock. Son of a gun. You know, if you're welcome, Jason. Chris, if you don't buy the software after seeing the totals that we're about to total up here, and I'm like, seriously, I put my hand on the Bible. I have no idea what this total is going to be. Do you see how long that took? I traded all day, not on the 1 minute. So I honestly have no idea what this is going to be, but I can tell you already, it's going to be good. And what's really cool about the 1 minute is even on just this one day, man, we have a big enough. I probably sound like a sales guy. I'm not a sales guy. I don't get commission. I just speak what my truth is. I mean, this 1 minute chart right here, there is a big enough sample size to constitute figuring out if we have an edge or not. I mean, yeah, it'd be better to have like a week, 5 days worth of data, but on a 1 minute chart, that's like probably over 20 trades, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's close. It's close. We might need another half day. All right, so let's go through and total these things up. Even this is going to take longer on the 1 minute chart. Let's do it like this though, folks. Since there's still so many of you lovely people here. Sometimes I'm like, I can't believe I get to do, I can't believe that Michael lets me do these webinars. I think I'm the only person besides himself that has ever done the Tachyon Tool Suite webinars. Is that right? If anybody knows, there's this guy, what's his, Tim? Wait, is this, that's not the same Tim who's, no, that's not Tim Murphy. Who does or not the other Aurora, the other, whatchamacallit, daily cycle markers videos, or webinars rather. Hopefully this will pull up. Where is it? Let's see if it's working. Oh, looks like it is. I don't like that one though. Or hold on 1 second. This will be worth it because this is going to be cool. This is going to be cool. I bet you somebody out there is going to want to buy the software after. If it's not you, Chris, it'll be somebody who want to watch these YouTube videos, and we'll get another person on our team. Dang it. Let's see. I need. Bear with me for a second. Blank ongoing. Here it is. RJ method blank. Yes. Tick value is $5 a tick on the NASDAQ. Commission we'll say is $5. Fixed ratio, we're not doing that, so we'll just put a giant number in there. And moving average, we'll make 1 so it doesn't do any weird sim stuff. No, not 1. We'll also put, oh no, it has to be 1. 1. Yeah, we're gonna look at the regular running total. And we're at NQ, NQ. And we're gonna do 1 minute. And we can get these columns out of the way. And we're gonna start adding our ticks in here. 1 contract per trade. And then I'm gonna just drag this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna save my workspace just in case anything happens to that beautiful back test that I just did. I would not want it to get accidentally erased. That would really, really put a damper on the day. So we're just gonna add these trades right to the spreadsheet in real time. This thing here. Alrighty then. Alrighty. Well, if I can get it situated on this smaller monitor. Okay, here we go. Ticks, we're going to start right here. Let's just make sure that it's right. That should be $50. Yep, indeed. Okay, so. Is that a 60? 69. Of course, there's going to be slippage and stuff, and you know, take this minus 20% if you want by the time we're done.
Oh, what am I doing? Oh, I forgot I was. Are you tired, Jake? I was pushing plus instead of entered. Okay, 138. I forgot what I was doing. Caught it at least. Let's make this wider so we can like have fun watching it. 161. Okay, so we're I'm doing it again. You can do it, Jake. You can do it. I'm so good at following my rules that I might even let myself trade the 1 minute tomorrow. Lately. Okay, so here we go. 69. Cue the music. Okay, moving on. Holy criminy. What? It's no wonder my friend was saying trade the one. For real? Dude. I'm telling you, this 35 HMA with the 1 minute and patterns and the punctures, dude. Game changer. 90. -2, -3. Well, you know, that's not really fair. Those should be break evens. I don't want to like, so we know, so I'm just going to put a 0 there so we know where all the break evens are. I mean, I probably have a +2, honestly. Like, who does that? I'm going to stop to break even -2. Well, some people do. I toy around with it. 81. So anything like that is just a break even. And then we'll do -9s for that. And what is that? 325s. Oops, doing it again. This is 344s. There's 3 of them. In case anybody doesn't believe me. -344s. This is -380s. This is, I can't see them. 68. Oh my God, I'm so tired. You can do it. I think I'm just used to using the calculator lately. I keep pushing. Okay, we're done. No, we just have a string of signals where we're not trading. Where am I? 92. What is this? Why is there so much crap going on here? Oh yeah, because this was that stop and reverse thing or something. So those are all break evens. 1, 2, 3. Wait, there should. What did happen here? What did I do? Did I push dealer? What the heck is that there for? This is the puncture. Yeah, for some reason I copied those. Again, that's only one trade. It's, yeah, but this was a small loss. -2, -2, okay. What? Did I not mark this one? Oh, maybe that's what happened. What? Why would I didn't flag this one out? Guess not. It's always good to double check your work. You know what I recommend doing? Here's a pro tip. I always wanted to say that and actually mean it.
you can go on Zoom, start your own Zoom meeting. Oh no, where is it? Come back to me. Don't leave me. You can go on Zoom and start your own Zoom meeting and then record it to the cloud. Screen share, wait, start your own Zoom meeting, screen share. You don't have to have anybody else in the meeting. Screen share. You can even record audio if you want. Record it to the cloud. Then you don't have to worry about taking up your space on your own computer's drive. And then you can also access the recording anytime. And basically you just do your back test and record it all. And then you could not only just have your chart available to go look at, but you have a whole video of it. I did that the other day and thought it was a pretty cool idea. Shoot, where are we? Where are we? We've done those minus 44s. Here we are. This one. 29 and a break even. 29. Now I'm starting to lose my voice. It's I think this is the longest webinar I've ever done. 29. And then what is this? 20 and a 00. And this. Yeah, this is the longest webinar I've ever done. Where is it? 26. That's it. 5. We never enter a 5 long here because we never puncture the ghost dot. Puncture and close above. No short there. 37. It's a white dot, nothing. Oh, do have another trade. Just keeps coming and coming. 53. And there's no trade to be taken here anyway. As we can see, there's a pattern 4. That means up. We never puncture below the line. Cool. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Let's check it. Look. Okay, so I got to add more data here. Wait. Select data. This needs to go to like 200. How many trades were there? Whoa, not 200. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Oh, I think there was a 5 in front of that. That's why. How many trades were there? Was there 75? 60. Well, that's not trades. Well, you can think of it as 65 trades. There were, each one of these is a set of 3. So there's like 15, 20 trades, 20, 40, 60, 20, 40, 60. So there was 20 trades. That's officially, as Mark Douglas would say, I've heard him answer 20 trades is big enough sample size. I don't know if I completely agree with that, but he's Mark Douglas. I'm Jacob Royall. What do I know? So let's see. So I got to add a little bit more data here. Let's look at some graphs, and then we'll get you guys get you all out of here. No, 100 is good. So there's our winners. There's our losers down here. Beautiful 1-minute chart today. There's our equity curve. I really didn't cherry pick this day. It was today, and the signals were out there. So our max drawdown looks like it was from 10,785, hypothetical of course, to 84.45. So 10.7 to 8.4, 8, 9, 10. So just a $2,000 or micros, couple $100 drawdown, and we end up with using minis $11,485 today. Is that including commissions? It should be. I don't think it is though. Let's see. Where's my other column? Let's make sure this is right before I let you guys go. Get out of there.
Not let me expand. Da, da, da. There it is. We don't care about the sim thing today. 680. Oh, here's our commission line. This line. See that? So we can get rid of all this. Wait, let me just make sure. Yeah, because see, the 0 is minus $5. So that's how we know that that's the commission line. So we don't need to look at that. This is so with commission, and we don't need to look at all this. That's a different thing for anybody who's interested. So with commissions, ladies and gentlemen, Jake Royall's 1 minute warp strategy that I think I might go ahead and trade tomorrow. If I can handle the 1 minute, $11,175. There's your equity curve. Let me present one last time. Finish up the webinar, make it official. So we can see that big money leaves tracks. Big money follows routines. Even on 1 minute charts, bots, they have times a day when these places turn the bots on and turn the bots off. And yeah. If anybody wants to set up a private mentorship meeting with me, just send me an email to jacob@backtothefuturetrading.com. Here's what Back to the Future wants to be your draft car, or the car that's helping you lead the way. Michael and Ron would be more than happy to get you hooked up with the software and install it and everything, because I'm sick and tired of being the 90%. I'd rather, sorry everybody, but I'd rather walk with Mr. Golden Sachs here. Bye. A successful trader studies human nature and does the opposite of what the general public does. General public uses MACDs, stochastic crossovers, lagging indicators. This is what Back to the Future wants to be. Me, I'm also included in this. I would love to help anybody out who needs it. I don't want to add subtitles. Get out of here. There. So Back to Future Tachyon Time Warp is going to give you the software, going to give you a setup. You can watch this webinar. There's a host of different setups with quantitative rules that you can use to trade this software, whatever you feel comfortable with, any time frame. Technically, it works on any time frame, any instrument, up to and including forex, crypto, futures of all kinds. We're going to give you the workspace and the templates, the training, the discount, and a trading future based on truth of historical data and price averages and projections. Don't sue me though. I'm not saying hypothetical performance is only here. So there's a serious choice to make free lagging indicators that 95% of losing traders use, or one-of-a-kind professional institutional grade trading software. Why wait? Invest in your future with Back to the Future trading. Go this way. Go to the right. Go to the light, peoples. And included is 2 lifetime licenses. Wait, what? Yes, you can use it on 2 separate computers. 2 separate computers, 2 NinjaTrader accounts, 2 completely different, if you know what I mean. Free lifetime updates on Tachyon Warp white glove installation, which I was talking about, help you get it all set up. Take your mouse control and literally do it for you. Free video archive, lots of training, basic to advanced, limited promo code, although I don't know how limited it is. It's limited until it's not. But the best thing to do, anybody who does not have the software, is to call David, because he says he has like a Halloween special. Not sure what it is. I'm actually curious on what it is. Appreciate everybody being here. So that limited time is Warp off, WARPOFF. That'll get you $500 off the purchase price. If you wanted to set up advanced training with me, I can show you how to pass, not how to, I can give you ideas. I'm not promising anything on how I passed multiple Apex evaluation accounts, expert warp instruction patterns, blah, blah, blah. trading accountability, if you're interested in something like that, training in proper backtesting technique, money management, custom system building, mindfulness meditation, even breathwork instruction. I've been doing mindfulness meditation for probably close to 10 years. Trading psychology. There's my email. There's my phone number. Shoot me a text, give me a call, shoot me an email if you want. Jacob at backtothefuturetrading.com. And I think that's it for the slides. We'll just show you the purchase page one more time, and we'll get you out of here with your more power to everybody for staying in there and managing to get through the whole webinar. I think that was some really valuable stuff that I learned from backtesting that chart just now. And here's where you go. Call Dave, and he'll help you figure out the buy now, pay later thing, and also be able to add the discount code. So if you wanted to join the pro room with Colin/Ron, you could do so by clicking the buy now button, and then you'd also get 25% off that monthly rate. So only $150. But if you just want the software today, nothing wrong with that. Go to checkout. So if you want to pay immediately, scroll through your purchase agreement and go to your shopping cart and enter that promo code WARP off. Apply. Let's make sure it still works. There it is, $19.95, and then check out. Blah blah blah. And like I said, call David. David is the only sales guy that we have here at Back to the Future. Again, I'm not a sales guy. I'm a customer. I trade this software every single day, and I love doing these webinars and helping people if they need help. Shoot me an email at Jacob at Back to the Future Trading if you want more information on how to set up a meeting with me and what it entails and stuff. 727-742-2626 is Dave's number, and he can be reached at david@backtothefuturetrading.com. Thank you so much, everybody, for attending today's webinar. I wish you all happy trading, and I will end today's webinar with a shot of this beautiful equity curve here, and with my little modified Bob Ross quote. There are no mistakes in trading, only happy accidents. Oh, is there any questions? What is it doing in sales? Oh, I'm going to redo that. I just want to make sure there's no questions. I just remembered right at the end. Oh, Brian and Gavin were? Oh, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one doing the webinars. Sweet. Thanks for letting me know, Don. I appreciate that. That's right. No. Oh, yeah. I remember Michael telling me that he said that Brian said he didn't want to do like the whole webinar and he only wanted to do like just the end part. That's cool though. Hopefully everybody had a good time and learned something. I know I did. So yeah, there are no mistakes in trading, only happy accidents. Over and out.